All right, so first off, what is a carnivore diet? So, a carnivore diet is primarily consisting of animal protein, animal foods. Again, these are going to be full fat, full protein rich foods. They aren't going to be typically lean proteins, they're going to be full fat proteins. This can include animal meat, beef, pork, lamb, organ meat, bone marrow. Again, we're focusing on pasture raised, grass fed options, pasture raised eggs, super good fat profiles that are going to be primarily saturated fats, whether it's like you could potentially throw coconut oil in there because it's a really good saturated fat. Ghee on the dairy side, we could do butter. Any of your tallows, whether it's beef or duck or lamb or lard, any of those things are going to be totally fine. Good emphasis on seafood as well. Seafood is unique because it's very high in omega 3s, primarily EPA and DHA, which are really good for the brain. And they're also very anti-inflammatory, nutrient dense. You're also going to get some good iodine and other rich foods that you're just not going to get in other nutrients on the seafood side. Eggs are going to be great. Again, pasture raised. Pasture raised means chickens are eating whatever's on the grass. So typically that's going to be bugs and whatever's in the environment. Ideally, not a whole bunch of corn and grains, which your typical regular eggs are going to have. And again, pasture fed eggs will have as much as 20 times more B12 than your conventional eggs. And again, that's according to Joel Salatin, who would bring his pasture-fed eggs to a lab, and they would run the B12 on it, and it was 20 times more, according to him. Again, dairy products, again, that's one of those things. You got to see if you can tolerate dairy. There's different kinds. There's dairy with casein and lactose, like in milk. Cheeses that are fermented would be very low in lactose, low in casein. That may be a good option. Ghee and butter will tend to be good options as well if you can't do like just milk in general. But typically, carnivore will focus more on ghee and butter and maybe heavy cream while keeping the other higher casein or lactose dairies out. Organ meats, really important on the organ meat side. That's going to be super rich in vitamin A. You're going to get extra iron, extra B12. Again, you're going to get amino acids that aren't going to be as methionine rich. Usually the muscle meats are more methionine rich. You're going to get less methionine. You're going to get some really good nutrient density with a lot of these foods. Fats and oils that we talked about, most of the fats and oils are going to come from animal-based fats, high-quality saturated fats. They're not going to come from nuts or seeds or oils. Why does this matter? Because those nuts or seeds and oils are going to be more on the omega-6 side, more going down that prostaglandin 2 pathway. And a lot of those omega-6 fats are going to be processed. They're going to be rancid and oxidized. And the more oxidized fats are, the more it's going to create free radical stress in your body. And of course, like collagen and bone broth is excellent because these are nutrients and amino acids that are going to be very helpful for your connective tissue, for your bones, your joints, your skin, your hair. These amino acids are very high in proline, hydroxyproline, glycine. Glycine is a really important building block for glutathione. Again, people get saggy skin, they get wrinkles as they get older. Part of these amino acids are going to be a huge building block to help prevent against accelerated aging of your connective tissues. And again, these nutrients are going to be fat soluble, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. So you can get some incredible fat soluble nutrients.